Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another Create a Sim for the Disney save. Today's video is actually going to be our very final Evergreen Harbor Create a Sim. I might have a bonus video coming out this week for Evergreen Harbor, so I don't want to say it's the last video for Evergreen Harbor, especially because we're going to be doing the world overview video very soon, as soon as I'm done with actually testing out the world and making all of the changes. But I might have a bonus speed build. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it, so I kind of don't want to throw it out there just yet. But I might possibly have just one more speed build to go into Evergreen Harbor, and I'll talk a little bit more about that if the video actually comes out. But today we're going to be creating the last two Townies. Normally I will frame these videos so that they are all characters from a specific movie. So we had our Toy Story Townies for Evergreen Harbor, and then previously we also had our characters from WALL-E. But these guys didn't really fit into their own video, so I decided to smush them together into one, even though they are from separate movies. So today we're going to be creating Professor Callahan, aka Yokai, from Big Hero 6, and Charles Muns from Up, and his three main dogs that I completely forgot about, and I'm so happy that I was just doing a little bit more research towards the end of the video, because they did end up making it into the video. I was able to throw them in pretty much at the last moment. So we are starting out here with Professor Callahan, and he is a very simple character. He's one of those characters in the movie that obviously they're trying to make it a mystery as to who the character actually is that is the villain of the movie. So they make him look really plain and generic and kind and simple. And then he has his alter ego version where he wears like this all black outfit with the cape and the mask. So he's a cool kind of hidden villain character. If you see him walking around Evergreen Harbor in his everyday professor type of clothing, you're not really going to think too much of it. But if you know his character, you'll know that he is secretly like a supervillain. So I did add a swatch outfit for him to have as an everyday, and it's going to be what will serve as like his yokai form. However, I did actually change it from the version that's in this video. So in a moment, you guys will actually get to see the outfit that I was originally going to go with. And I had such a hard time picking anything out. The big problem being that there's no capes in the game, and I really wanted this long outfit that had like a flowing cape, the way that we see in the movie. So I actually ended up going with one of the free to download, or I think it was in an update, Jedi Outfits, and I didn't really love doing that. I wasn't like a big fan of using that, especially since we got the Star Wars pack and they added all of the other Jedi outfits and a lot more Star Wars themed clothing. I feel like it obviously fits a lot better over there, and if you know that it's a Jedi robe, then you can obviously tell from a mile away that it's like not anything close to what he wears in the movie. But I actually found something that suits, I think, just a little bit better, even though it's not necessarily very close to what he has in the movie. But this is one of those instances where, again, this is more why I wanted to make him a townie, because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to recreate him to a T. I also don't think, even though he is like the main villain character of the movie, I don't think he is like the spotlight of the movie. Like, a lot of the movie is really heavy on the other characters, as it should be. And so those guys will get included in a different world, probably Brightchester. And we might even move Callahan to Brightchester as a townie over there, or we might end up building something for him residentially for him to work over there. That's always a possibility. I was just trying to come up with more townies to put into Evergreen Harbor, and for now I haven't touched Brightchester, so it just makes sense for me to create him now and kind of throw him in the mix here, especially because we do have the one Big Hero 6 themed lot, and that lot is a warehouse build, and that's actually the warehouse where he builds the microbots in, and you see the first fight scene of the movie with him in it. I actually originally planned for that to be a residential, which is why it was always sort of intended that he would live here, and then it was only kind of at the last minute that I decided to change it to a nightclub. I want to have like a really good balance between residential and commercial, and we've got a lot of characters, but I feel like I have to sometimes make little sacrifices like that. In my opinion, not too many people are going to be disappointed if he ends up being a townie. And that's what's cool, is that I put everything up on the gallery, and when you download the Disney save, you'll be able to find the Sims in like your little managed folder where you can see like all of the household households that are available. So if you really liked a particular sim and they ended up being a townie but you wanted to use them, it's really simple to just like make them not a townie anymore, either by taking them out and putting them into their own residential, or like moving them in with a different household if you really wanted to use them for storytelling purposes. So mostly townies are just like a moment for me to be able to throw in more characters that otherwise just wouldn't make it, and then it's kind of up to you what you want to do with it. So yeah, I did end up going with like the Jedi robe, and then I think it's supposed to be like super villain llama hat, and I really didn't like it all that much, but I wasn't sure what to do otherwise. And then I found one outfit. I'll try and throw in a clip maybe here at the end, but I found one outfit from Get Famous, and I think it's actually like a career outfit. It's one of the ones that you have to work up to in the acting career, and it's definitely supposed to be like a slightly futuristic villain type of outfit. It's a full body one, comes with the mask and everything, and it does have some kind of like a scarf / cape, and it reminded me more of what he wears in the movie, even though it's not even close. Yet again, not even close, but it reminded me a lot more of what he wears in the movie. So we did end up going with that. And then we have Charles Muns, who again, very simple character. He was actually a lot easier to make than some of the other characters from Up that I had a super hard time with. And he probably would have been like a solo elder sim, kind of cranky, just roaming around. A lot of you are probably going to ask this, so I'm just going to say now, why he's not in Selva Dorada, and he could possibly potentially get moved there. It depends on game mechanics just a little bit. I have to check a couple of things. And again, I'm not on Selva Dorada, so I'm just kind of waiting, and I'm putting him here now since we do have the family from Up here now. That's just kind of the format that makes the most sense to me, and I think as we get deeper and deeper into some of these other worlds, the potential for things to get moved around are a lot higher, which is why the world overview videos are going to be super key if you want to keep track of what's included, what got cut, where everything is. Really good place to be able to do that. And yes, I almost forgot his dogs. He actually has like a huge collection of dogs, like hundreds, I think, and I decided to just include the main 3, obviously for my sake, and they are all attached in one family household. So I did see them popping up around Evergreen Harbor. I'm actually in the phases of testing right now, and they appear as strays, but obviously I recognize them right away because I created them. So the main 3 dogs are Beta, Gamma, and Alpha. We are actually starting with Beta there. They are all mixed breed dogs, but it's pretty obvious that they are mixes of like Rottweilers, Doberman, and then a Bulldog. And there's not like too much about them that I knew other than they are like hunting dogs. They are being used in the movie, I believe, to hunt down the bird that Charles Muns is after and kind of help scope for that. And it seems that he's like breeding them excessively, and they're very aggressive and kind of overworked, to say the least. So that's pretty much the only way that I could really portray them. They also don't really have too many markings about them that are super significant. I did try to match the ones on the Bulldog the best that I possibly could. The footage at the end with the Bulldog is very sped up because I'm trying my hardest to cut some of it. I didn't think it was very interesting, but it was me just basically trying to mimic the actual markings on the Bulldog and make it look as realistic as possible and not like that cartoony kind of blocky style. So these are, I would say, somewhat more realistic dogs that are a part of the Disney Save versus like a lot of the things that we've included so far. I do want to say and take the final moment of this video to just let you guys know, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why there is or has been a little bit of a lack in content, and I just want to repeat myself and say that whenever I'm in the process of testing out a world, it's just a really long process that takes a lot of time, and there's nothing I can do to cut down on that time. I can't make somebody else do it. Like, I have to do it myself and by myself, and it's very long and tedious. So it's really hard to balance like my 2 Discords, world testing, coming up with new videos, working on Townies, starting to plan out the next world, and then on top of everything, I'm actually moving, and we're moving in 30 days, so it doesn't seem like that long, and it seems like I have a lot of time, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. I have like a lot of personal stuff, like my dog is going to the vet next week, and my niece's birthday is coming up, and I've been working on this really big thing for her, so I have a lot going on right now. I have basically been completely absent on the weekends. If you've been popping into Discord and I'm just like not answering, it is because I'm just so busy packing, getting rid of stuff, selling things, and just trying to get everything ready to go. And then on top of that, trying to finish Evergreen Harbor so we can move on to spooky season, which will be coming very, very soon. I'm hoping in the next day or two here I will be completely finished with it, but just know that that is what is going on right now for me personally, and that's why things are a little bit scattered right now, and I just have a lot going on. So bear with me. Things will get back to normal, especially when I move. Things will get even better than back to normal, but I'll talk about that in like my next speed build video a little bit more. That is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the Create-A-Sim. Let me know what you thought of these two characters down below. Stay tuned maybe this week for possibly a bonus video, and or we're going to start Forgotten Hollow, so get excited for that. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you would like to support the Disney Save on Patreon, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box down below or the link at the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post, and I will talk to you all in the next one.